Hey everybody, today's lesson is actually going to be review. This is the last lesson that we did before leaving school on law of sines. Remember law of sines, we have triangle ABC. The angles are the capital letters, capital A, capital B, capital C. Those are the angles. Side A is the side opposite angle A. Side B is the side opposite angle B, and side C is the side opposite angle C. And we have these three equal ratios. A ratio is just a fraction. These three equal fractions. Whenever we have 3 out of the 4 here, we can cross multiply and solve for the missing value. So we're asked to solve the triangle. Solve the triangle means find the missing pieces. So we're given side A, and angle B. So what do we have to find? We have to find big C, we have to find little b, and we have to find little c. So angle C is obviously the easiest one to find, right? We're just going to add 130 and 35, that's 165. 180 minus 165 is 15 degrees. Now we're going to use these proportions now to find little b and little c. So I know that plugging in angle A here and little a here, I know that the sine of 130 over 9 is equal to the sine of angle B, which is 35, over little b. And now I can cross multiply here and solve for little b. So when I cross multiply, I get b times the sine of 130 is equal to 9 times the sine of 35. And now I can divide by the sine of 130 on both sides. And so b is going to be 9 times the sine of 35 divided by the sine of 130. So let me pull out my calculator, and I'm going to do 9 times the sine of 35 divided by the sine of 130. And I'm going to round to 1 decimal spot, so 6.7. So little b is 6.7. And now I can do the same thing to find little c. So to find little c, I know that the sine, angle C was 15 degrees, so the sine of 15 over little c is going to be equal to the sine of 130, that's a, over little a, which was 9. And now I can cross multiply. I can cross multiply right here to solve for little c. So c times the sine of 130 is equal to 9 times the sine of 15. Divide by the sine of 130 on both sides. So I'll pull out my calculator, and I'm going to do 9 times the sine of 15 divided by the sine of 130. And I'm going to get 3.0. So little c is 3.0. 3.0, and now I've solved the triangle. These are the missing pieces right here. All right, one more example. Now I have little b, little c, and angle C. So what do I have to find? I have to find angle A, I have to find angle B, and I have to find little a to solve the triangle. So plugging in the law of sines, the sine of 57 over 12, that's the sine of c over c, is going to be equal to the sine of angle B over little b, which is 6. So cross multiply here. 12 sine B equals 6 sine 57. Divide by 12. So the sine of B is going to be here, so I'm going to multiply here and get a decimal. So 6 times the sine 57 divided by 12, 0.41933. But now, so I have the sine of B is equal to this. I want angle B. How do I find angle B? To find the angle, remember you have to do now inverse ratio. So I'm going to find the inverse sine of 0.41933. Inverse sine gives you the measures of the angles. So second sine 0.41933. And I'm going to round to a whole number here. This is an angle. So I know that angle B is 25 degrees. So angle B is 25 degrees. So now I can get angle A, because I have angle C and angle B now. So I'm going to add 57 and 25. That's 82. 180 minus 82 is going to be 98. So angle A is 98. Now I can find little a using the law of sines. The sine of 98 over little a is going to be equal to the sine of 57 over 12. So a sine 57 equals 12 sine 98. Divide by the sine of 57. And so a is going to be 12 times the sine of 98 divided by sine 57, 14.2. 14.2. So little a is 14.2. And now I have solved the triangle. All right, hope you guys are doing well. Remember to reach out to me for any questions. I'm going to have a live session today. I can't think of the app off the top of my head. Zoom. I'm going to have a live Zoom today. I'll post the hours in a little bit, but this should be review. We did this before we left for break. All right? Again, hope you guys are doing well. Reach out to me for any questions. Email or the app or Google Classroom, the Remind app. Talk to you guys soon.